Hi guys, Con here. So right here we have the 2018 Mazda 6 that was just introduced not too long ago. Alright, so previously I did a preview walk around during the showroom opening in Penang. Now here is an actual registered unit for us to have a closer look at. So the Mazda 6 range, the updated Mazda 6 range consists of 4 variants. The one that I'm looking at here, this is the 2-liter sedan model, priced at 165,000 ringgit. Then above this, you have the 2.5 liter sedan, the 2.5 liter wagon, and the 2.2 liter diesel sedan, all of which are more than 200,000 ringgit. So yeah, this 2-liter model, all of which are CBU, okay, is a good 40,000 cheaper than the next option. So wow, so 40,000 is a substantial amount whether you are paying the car by cash or you are taking loan. Yeah, 40,000 is a substantial amount. It will impact your monthly repayments, it will impact your down payment. So the question is this: for 40,000 ringgit less, are you getting a significantly lesser car? And the first impression is that you are not very badly shortchanged. Okay, starting with the front, the headlights are standard. All variants get LED headlights with daytime running lights. Okay, then you come to the side here. The 2-liter model here gets 17-inch wheels. If you go to the 2.5 and the diesel variants, they get 19s. Which, yeah, once again, Mazda has this funny practice of going 2-inch increments with their wheel size. But compared to the Mazda 3 GL and the Mazda 2 core spec, right, where the lower spec wheels seem to look a little too small, these 17s on the Mazda 6, they are not too bad. But if you don't like the looks of this, you can very easily upsize them to 18s or 19s if you so prefer. But these 17 wheels, they look okay and quite nicely finished on the surface. One major missing item, okay, just like in the Mazda 3 GL, no keyless entry. For me, at this price range, I don't care whether you say 40,000 ringgit or not, this one, tak boleh man, at this price range, you should have keyless entry as standard. And of course, you miss out on the sunroof, which to me, I think for 40,000 ringgit saving, not a big deal, not something I'll lose sleep over. Now we come to the back. All right, stylistically, Mazda made a major change at the back. They have redesigned the tail lights entirely. So it still physically, it still fits within the same slot, but the arrangement of all the lighting elements have been completely reconfigured. So now the signal the signal lights are one strip at the top. Then you get the round lighting element and the round lighting element for the tail lights and reverse lights. So I am still trying to get used to this, to be honest, but what do you think? Okay, so you get a reverse camera here with the 2-liter model, the 2.5s and the diesels. You get 360-degree camera, which of course is a significant upgrade, but I think reverse camera is good enough as a basic. 360-degree camera of course is better, but reverse camera is good enough. So from the outside we can see, yes, the Mazda 6 here, it loses a few things in this 2-liter variant, but not the kind of things that you will be upset for having saved 40,000 ringgit. So with having looked at the outside, let's see what's inside the car. Okay, let's look inside the boot. Okay, very basic space here. You've got this is a pretty shallow tray, okay, but you can put more items here. Yeah, oh, this is better compartmentalized. This is deeper, so you can put your tools here. Lift this up. Yeah, got more hidden compartments here as well. And of course, these seats are foldable. So you can pull this down. Now there are no release levers inside, and of course you pull this down, very appreciated. Seamless floor, Okay, so nice, good. You can load long items here, no problem. So here on the top shelf, you get two Isofix top tethers. Funnily enough, they only offer two here. The Mazda 3 gives you three. Okay, so let's put this back up. Okay, so here a look at the seats. Get three individual adjustable headrests. This armrest here, a nice armrest. It's quality, a bit flimsy, but you get two USB ports here to charge. Let me just show you from this angle. Yep, two USB ports here, very nice. Small compartment here, another small slot here. Cup holders. I always say this is one of the most useful armrests in the business. You get Isofix mounts here. This is one of those removable covers. As always, Mazda's material selection is top notch. I'll sit inside. Okay, good leg and headroom. Okay, headroom so lah. Legroom is as you would expect for a D segment sedan. Thigh support is good. Basically a comfortable place here. And also you get this this is a useful hook. Not sure if it's factory fitted or a locally fitted accessory, but probably didn't even come with the car. Never mind. Maybe I think this is just an additional accessory somebody left behind in this car. Didn't come with it. Yeah. Okay. So here's a look at the door card. Good mix of materials. Soft plastics. Okay. Brushed metal is it's very nice to the touch, and this seems like chrome coated plastic. So there's a good mix of materials. Then you have leather with stitching, gloss black surface, and you got a good door pocket here, speaker. Yeah, so this one is the surface here. All right, it comes and then it slides down, so you can slide a bottle down this way. Seat pockets, rear aircon vents. No separate controls, but that's fine, no issues. So let's go to the front. Okay, let's look at the front section of the cabin. Once again, just like the rear, door card has a good mix of materials from top to bottom. Here's a look at the dashboard. Now for this facelift, this second facelift of the Mazda 6, right, Mazda took a very unusual decision to fully revamp the dashboard. This is an all new dashboard design. It is an effort that Mazda did not need to exert themselves for, but they chose to do it all the same. And we always appreciate it when car makers go through this effort to stop at nothing to improve their products. Okay, please don't mind my extra phone being charged there. So you got this center console area, 12-volt socket, SD card slot, two USB ports and an aux jack. Pretty deep storage box here, and it's further complemented by this sliding lid area, in which you reveal two molded cup holders, or you can just use this to just jump out all your things. Inside here, this tray also is pretty deep. Okay, so not exactly short of storage space. This whole area here is also very nicely finished. Once again, good mix of materials. You get soft leather like finish here. You get gloss black trim here. This area is rubberized so that things don't slide around, and then you get a mix of all these metallized surfaces. Very nice, very classy. This is the MZD command rotary knob design, electronic parking brake. All right, so this is the surface. As you can see, it's touch operated, but the touch function only works when the car is stationary. When the car is on the move, touchscreen does not respond. Climate control, and here's the instrument cluster. Now Mazda instrument clusters, by today's standards, they tend to look a little old-fashioned, but no fault in terms of legibility. They are easy to read, easy to decipher. The 2-liter model here gets this monochrome LCD display. If you go to the 2.5 and or the diesel models, this becomes color. You also don't get heads-up display. The 2.5 and the diesel models, you get heads-up display. Once again, it's a significant removal of equipment, but not something that you would be too bothered with having saved 40,000 ringgit to start with. Okay. Oh yeah, and one more thing, in terms of safety, the Mazda 6 here gets full safety equipment in 2-liter format. You get 6 airbags, you get electronic stability control, active and safety and passive safety taken care of. The differentiating factor, the 2.5 and the 2.2 diesels get i-ActivSense, the 2-liter does not, which I don't think is something that you would really fault Mazda for. So in this level of spec, the Mazda 6 is already a pretty safe car, and so you pay that 40,000 ringgit, you get a significant, even better upgrade in terms of safety. But overall, at this level of kit, even though this is significantly more expensive than, say, a 2-liter Accord or a 2-liter Camry, you really don't feel shortchanged where equipment and build quality and styling is concerned. So for 40,000 ringgit less, the Mazda 6 2.0 inevitably gives you slightly less equipment, but as we have explored in the walk around, I don't think it is the kind of equipment reduction that would make you feel shortchanged. You know, it's the kind of thing that these are all these items that we listed out. Okay, bigger alloy wheels, heads-up display, colored multi-info display, i-Active safety. These are the kind of things that, you know, I don't mind not having if I am if I'm 40,000 ringgit to the good. But now the question comes, are you getting a significant downgrade in terms of performance coming from the bigger engine models? Now, my most recent memories of the Mazda 6 have been with the diesel-powered models. So coming to the 2-liter, there is a significant reduction in terms of torque. So when you step on the accelerator pedal, you are not washed along by a wave of torque to relentlessly to triple-digit speeds. What instead you get is a bit more noise from the engine. So the engine needs to work harder to get you up to speed. But the good thing is that this is a smooth revving engine. Mazda SkyActiv engines are always pretty smooth revving, so it's not a kind of engine that you feel strained to work out. Okay, it is an engine that, okay, you know, you have to give it the beans a little to pull, but it does so willingly, and you know, and it's generally very, very smooth. Now, the interesting thing about this 2-liter engine is that, which I've also recently experienced in the CX-5 as well as the Mazda 3. In the CX-5 and the Mazda 3, Mazda seem to have given this engine a slightly more pokey character. All right, when you step on it, it is more eager to rev. Whereas here in the 6, the engine seems to take on a more relaxed character. When you step on it, it doesn't lurch forward the way the 3 and the CX-5 does. Yeah, so I mean, that perhaps is a conscious decision on Mazda part, because the 6 is meant to be an executive sedan. So they would presumably think that, oh, okay, all these D-segment buyers, they would want their car to accelerate more smoothly with less drama, and that is what the 6 gives you. But it is not what I would call slow by any stretch of the imagination. You give it full throttle, it pulls, okay? Certainly not with the kind of relentless wave that the diesel model manages, but not lacking that you would feel unable to keep up with city traffic. this thing will keep up with urban traffic, no problem. Now, the ride and handling evaluation of this car is also extremely positive and typical of all these SkyActiv generation Mazdas. The chassis responds to inputs in a very linear and very measured fashion. All right, so when you take a corner, it is not darting pointy like a Ford Mondeo, for example, but it is smooth, flowing, fluid, right? So how much steering, how much acceleration, how much brake you give it, that is exactly how much the car gives back to you in a very predictable, very controllable fashion. So yeah, Mazda does not give you the kind of edgy taste of sportiness, but rather it gives you predictability, it gives you linearity, it gives you a car that is extremely easy for you to modulate its responses, right? The word that I would use to describe Mazda cars in general is finesse. These cars are tuned with a great degree of finesse in their behavior. The conclusion with the Mazda6. Now, I don't know why Mazda thought it was necessary to give the 6 such a drastic revamp. They didn't have to, but they did, and kudos to them for putting the effort. Well done. The Mazda 6 2.0, as tested here, 165,000 ringgit. At first glance, it may seem costlier than the competition, but you do get what you pay for in terms of its looks. You do get what you pay for in terms of its build, its interior quality, its features, right? This is not a poorly equipped car. The only complaint that I have really is the absence of keyless entry, which I think even at the Mazda 3's price point is already unacceptable, let alone the Mazda 6, right? So yeah, I would say Mazda should just spec keyless entry into the Mazda 6 2.0 and leave everything else as is. Okay, the higher spec models, the 2.2 diesels and the 2.5s, yes, you get a significant upgrade, but 40,000 ringgit is also not a small amount. Yeah, it's not a leap that anybody can make. It's not to say like, you know, the 2.0 here is 165 and the 2.5 is 185, then yeah, okay. Then jumping to the 2.5 is an easy decision to make. But 200k, it's not so straightforward, right? And yeah, I don't find this vehicle lacking in any respect other than the absence of keyless entry. So performance-wise also, it drives well enough for my liking, except maybe if you are a regular long distance traveler, you like to carry high speeds and you're cruising, then that is where the 2.5 or the diesel would make a significant difference. But otherwise, this 2.0 good enough to use for day to day. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you like my content, click on the subscribe button. Press the bell icon to toggle the frequency of updates every time I upload a new video. And don't forget also to check out the channels of Bobby, Bing and Fadil, okay, of the Horizon team. And until my next video, thanks for watching. Bye for now.